because we don't have maybe a one dominant team every year. It's always you don't know. And, that's a good thing about this conference.
Yesterday, Jason Fox talked about last year there was a case of some guy. He described them as cancers on the team. How big of an issue was that last year? And have you seen any change as far as the spring and the summer?
Well, like I said, I moved forward. That's something that happened last year, and the players know what we're trying to get done. And kids not cancerous. You don't have bad kids. You don't have what I say, people that's not on the same agenda as you are. If you're in your business and everybody's table sitting in their business, if you're not doing the same things that your supervisor wants you to do, eventually y'all gonna split ways. And it's not that you're a bad writer or you're a bad supervisor, it's just y'all just don't agree. And that's all it was, that players that are here now agree with what we're trying to get done, and the players not here are not agreeing to what we're trying to get done. So we feel like we're going in the right direction, and I wish well to all the players that's not here that left Miami. But we're excited about this class that we got right now and the way we're going, direction we're going.
You have a number of how many freshmen you expect to play this year, or is there?
I didn't expect 10 last year, so your guess is as good as mine on that one.
Anyone in particular though that's really
don't know. When you get in pads, the one thing about freshmen playing, everybody have these deals about freshmen coming in playing right away. The thing that you always got to be careful of is that physically can they handle it and mentally can they handle it. If they can't handle it physically and mentally, I don't care how fast they can run or how they can jump. The learning process and getting beat up is different.
The players were mentioning yesterday that a good number of these freshmen came in early, and how important was that? Where you were saying the process of getting beat up is different. What's that like, having that spring for them to take their lumps against college?
That was probably the greatest thing that happened that I've seen that happen since I've been coaching at Miami. That was able to get 7, 8, 9 guys in for spring practice, because now the tempo of the game is different. Them guys going against 300 pounders instead of 215 pounders all the time. So it's different, and I think they get accustomed to the game. And you can't say they're true freshmen, but you can't say they're redshirt freshmen, but they get acclimated to the physical part of the game. And then now when the summertime comes, like they've been working out, they understand what it takes to get it done.
A couple questions on a couple specific guys. Spencer Atkins, he started a few games last year, really got himself, started recording the tackles. What do you think it's going to take for Spencer to kind of really get himself into a permanent starting role or a more prominent starting?
Don't know. It's going to be up to Spencer. I mean, we feel like that the linebacker crew has got a lot of guys healthy coming back, and Spencer's one of those guys. We feel that Spencer has a lot of talent, a lot of things that need to get done, and if I'm not mistaken, Spencer is a senior this year. And so it's his time to step up, and we got a lot of depth at that position, a lot of competition. So we know that Spencer will take the next step in making his play better, that will make the University of Miami play better.
And what are the things that you liked about Spencer that allows him to be in that mix?
Well, Spencer's a very fast, athletic young man that we feel like can go out and do a lot of things for us. And the greatest thing about it is that the competition there is making Spencer take the next step into what he has to do.
And how do you think Javaris James will bounce back running back? His yardage was down, his per carry was down.
Well, Javaris last year was injured. Injured a lot. It's about the 5th, 6th game of the season. He was injured since then. He was trying to come back, but couldn't come back to fully the way Javaris wanted to be. And we're excited about the way his progress is going. He's gained 10 pounds, so Javaris like 215, 220. We're excited about Greg Cooper. Greg Cooper, instead of 190, he's 205. So those guys last year were true sophomores and true freshmen. That's what I mean, that we were young age-wise, but now we're gaining experience playing-wise. And I think that the weight and strength will help Javaris, be a better running back. Also, the Cooper would be the same way.
Javaris, is it tough to try and kind of get him to admit that he's hurt? When I covered him in high school, he seemed to be the guy where it's like, well, Nick Bruce, whatever, I want to be on the field.
Well, it's different. It's like I said, when Javaris came as a true freshman, he played sparingly. He played some, but not, carrying the load all the time. And now he's a true sophomore, and we had to get somebody else to help out. But when you get nicked and banged up, no matter what you try to do, you can say, well, I'll be back for next week's game. So it's different when you're playing next week's opponents the same as the week before. It's not like in high school where you're playing Clearwater or Belgrades, and then now you're playing less of a opponent the following week. You can do those things. But no, we'll be fine, and we're excited about him, and he's doing okay.
players were saying yesterday that you're getting the names back in their jerseys this year. Is that correct? Or
Yes.
what made you decide to do that this season?
No, they're coming along. They're coming well. They're doing everything they had to get done after the season. They started back in the weight room right after the loss in Boston College. The following week, they was back in the weight room lifting and doing the things that we need to take to get to the next step. And they take more of an attitude of we got to get focused. We got to get what we're all about at Miami, and they've been doing it.
When did you make the decision? After spring practice or before? Or?
In my mind,
Yeah.
January.
Oh, okay. So was that?
I didn't tell them though.
When did you tell them?
I can't remember. I mean, it was afternoon.
How have those freshmen, the early enrollees, how have they responded? It seems a lot of them might be playing substantially.
I don't know if they're going to be playing substantially. Okay. Boy, y'all come up with some good ones.
They were playing well in the spring, it seemed like it.
You want them to play early, huh?
You
just said it. I did.
I said it
You
seemed
said
like it. I said
you
seemed
just.
like
It seemed like they're going to help us as fans.
It seemed.
How come you going to make that call?
I just thought they played well in the spring.
So they're going to play in your opinion?
I think so.
I'm interviewing you now.
I think so. Yeah. Well, somebody's playing quarterback, and it's going to be a freshman one way or the other.
No, they doing well. They helped out. But these guys coming in January helped out a lot. We're very, excited about them. From Sean Spence to Marcus Fultz to Darius Johnson to John Calhoun to all of them. It was good for those guys to come in. They get the system down. They know how physical practice can be. They know the time management. More than anything, the time management of changing from college life. Because one thing is hard is you bring them in the summertime during summer school. It's like, okay, we're going to work out. We're going to go to 2 classes. And then for the next, 16 hours, you're on your own. And they're sitting in the dorm rooms alone. And nobody on campus but them and a couple of other students. So it's difficult for them. But I think this is making a big transition for them. And it'll put them ahead of what they will be now, which is good.